Alright, just as promised, I'm starting this video on unit conversion. How do we use the reference table to convert units in the metric system? Some of you might have learned the phrases that, I don't know, King Henry died drinking chocolate milk. Is that accurate? I don't know. I never used it. There are some other phrases too, but I don't know. I had to learn how to use this reference table. Again, you can use any technique that works best for you, but since you're going to have the reference table for pretty much the entire year, you might as well learn how to use it. Again, this is another technique you could use in your back pocket of physics toolbox of techniques. But again, this is just one way you could do it. There are multiple methods to getting the same answer. You're going to use what's best for you. But here, I'm going to teach you one thing, how to use this reference table to do unit conversions. Anyway, so let's start with some rules. So this is something I kind of came up with on the fly. Let's use a different color. I don't like that one. Okay. Let's start with some rules. Yay. So, take a look at this reference table. You start with prefixes on the left and you have notations on the right. So I'm going to make you guys treat this as if we're going to go prefixes on the left, going to the base on the right. And then I'm also going to teach you a technique when going from the base, to the prefix on the left. Okay? Alright. So let's start with prefix going to the base. What are some rules? So let's look at an example right here. So let's start with 1 kilometer. And we want to figure out how many meters is that. So we start with 1 kilometer. We're going to go across to the other side. And we're going to multiply that by this notation right here. So this becomes 1 times 10 to the third meters, which is equal to 1,000 meters. Okay? Now, what happens when we want to go to the other side? From the base to the prefix. For example here, let's convert from grams to micrograms. So what happens when we have 1 gram? That's our base. And we want to figure out how many micrograms that is. So we take our 1 gram and we multiply it by this, but when we're going to the other side, you're going to have to multiply by this, but you're going to change the sign of the exponent right here. So if we start with 1 gram, we're going to multiply not just by 10 to the negative 6, we're going to multiply by 10 to the 6th. Okay? And so this should come out to 1 million micrograms, which is correct. Okay? So I'm going to write some little notes. So from prefix to base, you multiply by notation. For here, you're going to negate exponent of notation. Let's use another example. Okay, let's go from prefix to base. So let's say we have 75 mLs and we want to convert it to liters. Okay? 75 milliliters. So taking a look right here, we find milli. We're going from the prefix to the base. Left to right, we multiply it by the notation. So we're going to take 75 times 10 to the negative third equals 0.075 liters. Okay, so that's our final answer right there. Another example, let's try 480 centimeters going into meters. So once again, you're going to take whatever number you have here. You look for centi. Centi's right here. You're going to multiply going from left to right by the notation. Times 10 to the negative 2, which equals 4.8 meters. Alright, so give these two a try if you want to try it out. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and try them and show it to you guys. So going from base to prefix, this time we're going to the other side, from right to left. So remember, you're not just multiplying by these, you got to make sure you negate the exponent sign, okay? So what does this mean? So let's start with grams to kilograms. Alright, so we're going to take that 198, we're going to multiply it. So it's 10 to the third for kilo, but we're going to make that negative this time. Times 10 to the negative 3, which equals 0.198 kilograms. Okay? Same thing from liters to milliliters. Going to milli now, from base to milli. Not just 10 to the negative 3, it's going to be 10 to the positive 3. So 5 times 10 to the positive 3 gets you 5,000 milliliters. Okay? Alright, so here are 5 more samples. Keep in mind though, numbers 3, 4, and 5 might be tricky, but otherwise I want you to take it step by step, and I'll show you guys how to do it anyway. So take a moment, pause, copy these problems down. If you want to try them on your own, take a little bit to try them before you go and finish the rest of this video once I go over it. Alright, so take a moment, try these problems, come back here, and then I'll show you guys how to do it. Anyway, I'm going to start right now. So number 1, 2,000 milligrams to grams. So the answer for that, you should start going from milli to the other side, prefix to base. So you multiply it by 10 to the negative 3, gives you 2,000 times 10 to the negative 3 equals 2 grams. Next, number 2, 20. Okay, we're going from base to kilo, base to prefix, so we're going to look at that kilo notation times right here, but we're going to the kilo side, so we're going to negate that, equals 2.5 km. Now, centimeters to kilometers, this is a wombo combo kind of problem, so let's pay attention right here. Starting from centi, going to the other side, that's meters. Here to here, you're going to multiply by this. But then now we're going from meters to kilo. So you start from centi to base, base to kilo. How does this look like now? Let's still continue with our typical method. 100 times. So going from centi to base, we multiplied by 10 to the negative 2. But now, going from base to kilo, we're going to multiply this again by the factor, but remember to negate the exponent. So times 10 to the negative 3, because this is a two-step kind of a thing. Going from centi to base, times 10 to the negative 2, from base to kilo, 10 to the negative 3. So this becomes 100 times 10 to the negative 5, which is then 0.001 kilometers. Okay, it's a wombo combo move. Let's try this again with number 4, from kilograms to milligrams. Okay, from here to here, take that. Then we're going from base to milli, take that. Opposite direction. So let's do 85 times kilo is 10 to the third. And then from base to milli in the other direction is 10 to the third again. 85 times 10 to the 6th. 85 million. That's a lot. Okay, now the last one. A little tricky here. Alright. Follow the laser. We're going from micro to base, and then from base to mega. That capital M stands for mega, whereas this symbol here, micro, is the mu symbol, stands for micro. From micro to base, from base to mega. So 670 times, going to micro is 10 to the negative 6, times to mega, we're going to not just 10 to the 6, it's 10 to the negative 6 again. Simplifies 670 times 10 to the negative 12. So that's a lot of decimals. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 6, 7, oh. Alright, that's a lot. See how small micrograms are compared to megagrams. It's a very small unit. So we should end up with those numbers. Okay? Now how was that? Wasn't too bad. If you want more, I'd gladly give you some more in class. But anyway, hope this was helpful. Probably stay tuned for a dimensional analysis video another time.